Well, hey guys, thanks for coming back. Now, you know, we were supposed to be doing a balcony camp out. Well, I'm not going to lie to you, I honestly tried. But this balcony was so convoluted. It was so confining because my balcony isn't wide enough. And I'll show you some pictures of what it looked like. But by the time, I put the tent cut out, which was way bigger than I remember it being. And I even took one of the chairs back into the house. I still needed multiple tables, one for my stuff and one for all the filming gear. It was just like Tetris. I had to move this to get here and move that to get there. And I'm going to tell you, it just took all the fun out of it. So I thought, well, I'll just leave it out here. I just won't be able to film the balcony camp. So when my family came Saturday, because we all spent the day together, my daughter saw it and she goes, "What's going on with that, Mom?" And I said, well, I was trying to, do a balcony camp and film it for YouTube. She goes, man, there's a lot of stuff out there. I said, no, that was the problem. So, we get to dinner. And she goes, okay, the tent cut thing, why were you doing that? I said, because I wanted to recreate camping. I said, at this point, obviously, as my sister says, I'm too old to camp. And my daughter looked at my sister and she goes, aren't you petty? So my daughter says, Mom, why don't you just come out to Dad's? When Dad got that house, he told you could come out there and camp anytime you wanted to. I said, but Dad lives in town. She goes, so? She goes, do people only camp out in the woods and by rivers? People don't camp in their backyard? And I said, well, no, I guess they do. She goes, okay, so what do you want to do? You want to come out to Dad's and camp? Because if you did, Adonis and I would come out. My daughter has never visited me at the campground, but I guess she doesn't have a problem walking out the back door to come see me. She goes, we would come out and see you. And plus, if you needed anything, we'd be there to help. She goes, so, what's the problem? Is it you think the YouTube people wouldn't like it? And I said, well, I never thought about it. I said, but since you mention it, I'm sure there might be some who don't. But then there might be some that do. So, I had taken them up on their offer. Now, I just washed and deep conditioned my hair, and I actually plugged my curling iron into the power pack to see how many watts it took. It took 67 watts. So you know what? My hair gonna look like this the entire trip. Now, I promised them their privacy, so I'm not gonna have cameras all up in their face. If they want to be in video, they can. But basically, you and I will just do what you and I usually do when we camp. So I am really looking forward to this. I haven't looked forward to a camping trip this much since my knees and them damn steps came into my life. So I will see you all when I get there. Well, I have finally gotten here and I have gotten setting up. So I'll show you how I did it. You're going to have to excuse the lawnmowers. Who the hell mows their lawn on a Wednesday? It seems like every other house here has been mowing their lawn today. But I guess that's what happens when you urban camp with Sheila. Holy smoly. Don't the tarp look good? Tarp look real good. Yes, she does. So I'm going to give you a quick tour. My daughter and grandson just got in. It seems they made some spaghetti. I actually had seasoned a steak to make for dinner tonight. But I ain't gonna lie, I'm tired, okay? So I may take advantage of the house amenities and have them put my steak in the refrigerator for tomorrow. My husband told me that they had a bear, okay? And I'm like, God damn, are there bears everywhere I go now? Is bears a thing? So you see I have the tent cot out, and y'all know that's what I prefer to sleep in. But I also have the bed made in the truck in case, you know, I feel unsafe. Yes, honey, I still want the spaghetti. No, huh? I'm heating water for a shower. Urban camping with Sheila. Okay. This is a whole new genre for us. All right. All right. So, I forgot what I was saying there. Oh, oh, bear. And I'm like, oh, damn. So you all know that when I travel, my ex-husband keeps my dog. So they're friends. And so I think Wolfie was happy to see him again. He seems to think all this space means he can run around. So now he just ambled his little butt over to the house and climbed the steps to the back porch because now he wants to go in the house. So let me give you a quick tour and then I'll bring you back maybe when I have the campfire. And that smoke you see is the bug repellent. Holy crap. You know, the river didn't have bugs like out here, but my ex-husband has got some fabulous grass. I mean, he did a really good job on his grass. I almost feel bad putting the truck on it. I'll see you in a few minutes. As you can see, it got dark. This has not been the typical camping trip at all. I actually ended up going into the house to have dinner. The dog went into the house to have dinner. I bought a 4-hour fireplace log by mistake. I only meant to buy a 2-hour log, and I'm thinking there is no way I am going to be out here for 4 hours. I'll probably have to douse the thing at some point. The dog refused to get back in his man cave. He loves that thing. And so right now he's in the truck. I am going to assume that he knows more than me, and I'm going to sleep in the truck as well. So I guess we will try to do our camp things tomorrow. But I told you it was going to be a different type of camping trip. All right, guys, I'll show you the fire, and then I'll see you in the morning. Good night. Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. As you can see, we are truly urban, okay? Now, the little part I filmed this morning, basically, my daughter and grandson knocked on the truck at 7 a.m. because he wanted to say goodbye to Mimi. So I figured I'd just get up and make me a cup of coffee and do a little fire because it was chilly. But when I got out the truck, my daughter said, "Oh, Mom, you look crazy." So I thought it'd be better if I wasn't on camera. Yesterday was actually the most fun I've ever had camping, okay? It was the most fun I ever had camping. When I camp, I don't interact with other campers because as a solo camper, what I might consider friendly, somebody else might consider an invitation. So I pretty much stick to myself. It was nice having, you know, people to talk to and come out and visit me and see what I was doing. It was my grandson's first campfire and he loved it. My daughter made drinks, okay? It was just so much fun. So today I'm gonna try to do our usual camp stuff. Because my ex-husband could not believe I would rather shower and stuff in the shower tent than come in the house. Got it down to an art form where everything is easy for me. Basically, the hardest thing is heating up the water and getting the temperature right in the wash basin. because I do a Navy shower. I took the shower because he had to run an errand, so I hurried up and took my shower in the shower tent before he got back. Okay, but you know, people don't understand when you do things that don't appeal to them. Now, my ex-husband camps, but he is the more rugged kind. He has an old-fashioned canvas tent. He believes in a bucket, you know. I wouldn't camp with my ex-husband, okay? And he probably wouldn't camp with me because he says I have way too much stuff. But on the other hand, he actually really likes my setup. And I really like my setup. So, it's hot out here, but it was, you know, I'm really good at this, and I got mad shade, and it was too shady under the canopy. So I had to come out in the sun. We had a lot of wind. And at the campground I go to, they don't have grass. They have rocky soil. So I have to be careful when I go there. The wind can't be more than 5 miles an hour because I can't stake my stuff down. My husband has this fabulous lawn. And man, we had 10-mile-an-hour winds last night. And my truck tarp held. Now I did double stake it, but it held, and I didn't have to worry about it all night. It got a little saggy, but a little saggy is nothing like having the damn thing blow down. So, all right, guys, I said I was going to show you how to use the emergency stove. Now, I think I told you you can no longer get them at what is that place? Walmart. Back then they were like $5. Now, I think on Amazon, they're $13. They're a little bit tricky to put together, but you see these hooks, these little slots here. You want to get this part into the slot. Now, it's kind of hard to get them both sides in at the same time. It's so weird. Oh, come on, get in, get in, get in. And then at that point, this part goes down. This is the back. Oh, let me turn it upside down, sorry. This is the front. This comes down like this. These are the prongs or the little holders for your steno. Let's see what I got here. I thought I brought some over here. Now, I like to use a tuna can because what it does is it helps the steno get higher to these bars. And the higher your flame is, the better your food will cook and the quicker. So, yeah, I would suggest a tuna can underneath the steno. Now, I was going to do a cooking demonstration, but I ain't going to lie, it's hot, okay? So, but there you are. I mean, it's so simple. It's so simple. For people who want to bug out and are, you know, can carry heavy loads, this will, you know, you can get 30 of these and you're eating for a month or longer because the fuel will last 2 hours for each can. If you're bugging in, these are going to be great. A lot of backpackers use them, a lot of hikers use them, and of course, you know, people who cater use them to keep their food warm on the buffet table. But for $13, this is actually an excellent emergency item. Water takes about 20 minutes to boil. Bacon takes about 20 minutes to cook. Soup takes about 20 minutes. So you can fry and you can heat up. I wouldn't try to fry chicken and I wouldn't try to fry a steak. You understand what I'm saying? But you could do a grilled cheese sandwich or something like that. So I think you kind of get the point. So I just wanted to show you this and kind of, you know, how it works and how it's put together. Next, these are those emergency lights that I got at Harbor Freight. What I didn't know is these little screws. And I think I already took my screws out. Did I take them out already? Is this the one okay, this is the one I did at home. These little screws, there are screws that go in these holes. 3 little screws. And the only thing that will get them out is get yourself a little eyeglass kit from the Dollar Tree for $1.25. And let's see if I can get this open without losing everything in the grass. I think it's this one. Yep, it's this one. It's sort of like a little teeny weeny, oh, can that even focus? Oh, it's not even going to focus. A little teeny weeny Phillips head screwdriver. That's the only thing, in all honesty, that will fit the screws that are in the back of this thing. So I took my screws out and threw them away because once I got them out, I never wanted to have to deal with putting them back in and taking them out again. So what I did was I just used electrical tape. And I put it back together and I taped after I replaced the batteries. All the way around like this. And that worked out really well. One day when I have nothing to do, and I am completely bored, I will go ahead and do all of my lights. Take all the screws out, throw them away, and then use electrical tape to put them back together. And of course, when you're ready to change the batteries, you just take the tape off, change the batteries, and then reapply new tape. So, that's my camp thing for today, okay? Okay. I think it's probably time for me to start dinner. Man, cooking with coal sure does take a long time. Hopefully covering it up will speed things up a bit before my grandson just loses his patience. Well, it's about 9:30 and everybody has gone in except me and the dog. I decided to chance it tonight and I am going to sleep in the tent cot. Hopefully everything will be okay, and I'll see you all in the morning, and I'll do a recap. So, good night. Oh my God, my dog's chasing a squirrel. Sit your little butt down. Sheesh. The moment I stop paying attention to you. See what urban camping has done to me? Okay. Well, good morning, guys. Let's try this again. A whole hour later, and the sun moved on me. Camping urban with Sheila. Okay, recap. I had the time of my life. I will never ever camp solo again. And as long as my ex-husband allows me to use his yard, then this is where I'm going to camp. I had family time. I had help with all my gear. I'm actually going to store most of my gear here in my husband's storage area. It doesn't get any better than this. I slept well. There's a dog barking. Wouldn't be an urban video without somebody's dog barking. I had no qualms. I didn't feel unsafe sleeping in the tent cot. Nobody bothered us. Although, as you can see, there is an urban area. Now, my ex-husband does have a fence behind his property with an opening so I can drive into the grass. And for the most part, it's covered by vines and stuff like that. But the truck gives me a little bit of out of sightness from that little alleyway. It's not what I ever envisioned of where I would camp, but in all honesty, it suits me. It absolutely suits me. So I hope you all enjoyed this little video. I want to come back in October when the leaves change, because September is black fly season, and I did that once and I'll never do that again. I don't know what else to say except I had a great time, and I can't wait to come back in October. I hope you all will come back with me. In the meantime, we'll have some fireside chats on the balcony. Thank you guys for hanging in there with me as I kind of re-evaluated and organized my life. And I'm very happy with the changes. So at least I can go forward with the things I like to do. I know some of you are probably wondering about my date. He had to reschedule, but we did it Sunday, and I had ran the idea of camping in my ex-husband's backyard by him. And maybe some of you all don't know, or maybe you don't have men like this in your life. The problem I've had with men is my camping. A man's job, in my opinion, in most men's opinion, is to protect. And if I'm going to go camping off by myself, then they can't protect me. Now, they could go along even though they didn't want to, but that's not fair to them either. So it was just easier not to date me. That way they wouldn't have to worry about me. The person I'm dating now loves the fact that I'm here. He hasn't met my ex yet, and he doesn't need to unless things get serious. So, you know, I told him it would be better if he didn't just drop by while I was camping, because that would be disrespectful. But if things get deeper between us, then yes, he's going to have to meet my ex. And at that point, if he wants to drop by when I'm camping, he can. But I understand how guys feel. But there's a time in a woman's life when she needs to follow her own heart and her own desires and her own goals. And so that is what I have done probably the last 10 years of my life. Well, okay, I've done that. I admit arthritis kind of took me by surprise, but it's not like I never got to do the things I wanted to do. So I'm ready to make some compromises, and I am just really happy to still be able to camp. So I'll see you all in the next video. Take care, stay blessed, and it's good to be back. Bye, guys.